Hey guys, what's up? It's Sammy and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing the January 2018 plan with me. This page right here is for my 2018 bullet journal setup. I just posted that a couple days ago and I'll pop it up on the screen if you feel like watching it. I said this in my last video and I'll say it again here. I came home for the holidays, so I didn't have my normal film setup. So this video quality is not as good as it could be, so I apologize for that. I also want to mention here that I love to see your guys' recreations. So if you do decide to recreate anything that I do here or in any of my previous ones, go ahead and tag my art Instagram in the photo and I will feature it in my next month's video. If you guys have an idea for February and the theme I should do for that month, go ahead and comment that down below. I love to hear your suggestions. In December, I got an overwhelming amount of suggestions for fireworks for January, and I wasn't too sure about it at first, but then I kind of made it work, I think. So yes, it has these lines that kind of symbolize fireworks, but at the same time, it's not overwhelmingly a firework. I also had a metallic pen. I wish I could tell you what pen this is, you guys, but I got it at some gift shop somewhere a long time ago. And it's not the best pen either. It is super wet and it takes forever to freaking dry. So not only is this theme fireworks based, but it also has this gold metallic to it, which I really like. Okay, so this is where I messed up and I had to do some major recovery here. I got this far and I didn't realize that I only had 6 days instead of 7 in a week. And so I was really concerned that I'd have to glue these two pages together because of how far I got. And then I'd ruin all the sketches that I had already made. So what I ended up doing is finding a blank page in my old bullet journal and cutting a piece out and gluing it on like this, and then just moving on from here. I really felt like I was out of options. At this point, I was just happy that I could keep this spread and not have to glue the pages together. So to cover up that extra box that I had there at the bottom, I decided to grab a piece of paper bag. I didn't have my craft paper with me because again, I was visiting home for the holidays. So it's literally a piece of paper bag that I just glued on there like you would with the craft paper, and then just redid my social trackers on the side there. Overall, I feel like it came out okay compared to how bad it could have been. So because I already wrote the wrong numbers in, I decided to black out the date boxes and made the decision to write it in white when I got home. Next thing is one of my favorite parts of the bullet journal, and that's the habit tracker and of course the mood tracker. I highly suggest that you incorporate this into your life somehow. Even if you don't have a bullet journal, I highly suggest this. It's so much fun to keep track of your habits and it really does help. As you can see, I put the habits I want to track at the top, and then the mood becomes a standard line graph. On my next page is my brain dump page. This page is super useful. This is where I put all of my lists, so packing list, shopping list, all goes here. Not only is this page super useful, but it's also a really fun page to decorate. The next two pages I dedicate to my expenses. This page is my budget tracking page, and then the next one is my expenses tracking page. My budget tracker is pretty simple, nothing really fancy going on there. I go over my budget tracker in a little more detail in both my October and November plan with me, so if you want to have a little more information, you can check there to see how to use it. But basically, I have my income, my fixed expenses, and my flexible expenses, and I write them out in categories. And at the beginning of the month, I write my budget, see what I'm allowed to spend, and at the end of the month, I add up all my expenses and see how well I actually held up to my budget. The expenses is also very simple. I write a description of the transaction, whether it was cash or card, and if it added to my account or took away from my account. Once I'm done here, we will be moving on to the next page, which is one of my favorite pages, and that is my January memories page. Memory pages are super fun because you can really go all out on decorating them. This will just be where I write down the memories of the month. You can also take pictures here or maybe glue a movie ticket that you went to go see or something like that, kind of like a scrapbook. And I'm starting off 2017 with a huge change in my life, and it's not the best of changes. So this is why I chose this quote for my January quote. I like this quote because it not only matched the metallic theme that I had going on, but it also means something to me in this month. So I always like to end the monthly spread on a quote page. So after this, we are moving on to the weekly spread. I don't do anything really new or exciting in this weekly spread. As you can see, I smeared some of that gold metallic pen there, and I kind of just left it there because I felt so defeated after I really butchered my journal in the beginning. This page ends up being kind of blank because I didn't do a lot of decoration. I really didn't feel like doing a lot of decoration, So I ended up having a lot of space, which is not very normal for me. I usually have stuff crammed in there. So that's about it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, even though I did mess up here in the beginning. I feel really bad about it, but I think I made it work out okay. Don't forget to tag me in any recreations that you do. I would love to share them on my next month's video. The link to that Instagram account will be down below. It's at maidendoodles. Also, all the supplies that I used in this video, except for the metallic pen, are going to be down below as well. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and tap that bell for notifications because I post every week. I love you to the end of space and back. Bye, guys.